So, why does this podcast even matter? Once you hit 30, it's okay to let friends go. Friendships after 30 hit different.
My girlfriend, that through thick and thin. My girlfriend.
Welcome to Girlfriends Unscripted. This is a safe space, a space for growth, a space for unfiltered conversations, and a space where you can feel like you can be yourself and you don't have to have any pressure to be anyone but who you are. We started this podcast because as women, especially women in our 30s, we go through so many changes that no one has prepared us for. Friendship changes, life gets heavy, responsibility shifts, and sometimes people who felt like family just don't fit anymore. Have you ever looked around and realized that your circle looked different? Like you're grieving a friendship that no longer fits you? Girlfriends Unscripted is a safe space to talk about the awkward stuff, the stuff that you don't want to share with anybody, and the stuff that you just keep in your mind and you never really let it out. So wherever you're listening to us from, whether you're in your car, at work, at home, folding clothes, or you just need a moment, this conversation's for you. Let's talk about friendship after 30 and how we survive the transition seasons together. So, why does this podcast even matter? We did this podcast because in our 30s lately, we've been losing a lot of friends. Things have just changed. Our boundaries have changed with the people that we deal with or just what we expected from friends in general. Yeah, friendships after 30 hit different. And we finally realized um, things are just changing. And there's this myth that friendships stay the same. But we realized together corporately, like just in our own worlds, that friendships don't stay the same. That is a myth. That's a lie. And I think that if we're feeling that way, we're not the only ones that feel that way, and the only ones that have this misconception that friendships will be the same, especially friendships that you've had for long periods of time in different seasons, different decades. Friendships do change. So that's why we thought this podcast would be important, just to talk about all the topics that we already conversate about that we don't really share with you guys. So now we want to share these thoughts with you. And honestly, once you hit 30, it's okay to let friends go. Things aren't the same as they were when you were 20 or when you were partying, or it's okay to let them go. Yes, because the truth is that friendships evolve, and if you outgrow someone, then it's okay to move on from that. What do we wish we knew in our 20s? A lot, to be honest. I feel like in our 20s, we felt like friendships were supposed to last forever. When the same friends that we had, like from being grade school or middle school or high school, we thought they were like rock solid and we were going to be, with them forever. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes they were just like party friends, or sometimes they were just high school friends. Yeah, I feel like what I wish I knew in my 20s was that same thing, like that friendships don't last forever. I have friends in high school that I thought I would be friends with like my entire life. And so when I went to college, me and my friend that were friends in high school, we went to school together, we went to college together, we shared dorms together, and we tried our hardest to make our friendship last, and somehow, some way, we just ended up going our separate ways. She liked what she liked, I liked what I liked, and for her it seemed to just flow so effortlessly that she grew into these other friends and that she developed herself in these other friendships. But for me, I was still like trying to make her be my best friend. I was my best friend in high school, and so this is my person. So it was hard for me to kind of understand. I really don't think I understood that she was not for me or not my best friend anymore until maybe like 5 years after we had already been in college, and I'm still trying to like, hey, let's spend time and let's do this and let's do that. I hadn't processed the concept that we are growing different ways. Yeah. We are two separate people. So yeah. I was holding on to that friendship, but I needed to let that friendship evolve or that friendship go to wherever it was going to go. So that's something that I wish that I knew in my 20s. Also, I feel like in our early 20s, well, I had kids, but some people do not have kids, and some people don't have like serious relationships that that takes a lot more of their time. I feel like those things are sometimes put in front of friends that we had in our middle school. Like, say we going to the mall, I call you every day, I check on you every day. So I think that people feel like that's what we're supposed to do. I'm gonna check on you every day. I'm gonna do that. But my friend, my kids, and my spouse or whoever is gonna come before me calling you. Sometimes after going to work, coming home, cooking dinner, having my kids, I don't have time to call you. I love you, but I don't have time to call you.
And I feel like I had kids. Well, not really had kids, but I got kids later in life. So when I finally did get kids, like I'm older. And even though I think I was about like 25. I was always that person that showed up for everybody. But when I got kids, I had to show up for my kids. And I didn't know how to balance the showing up for my friends and also being there for my kids. So in the beginning, not gonna lie, I was failing. I was not. I was still trying to go out with my friends. I was still trying to be there for my friends, and I was still trying to be everything to them. But I have these kids that are dependent on me, and I think that the problem is that people feel entitled to your time.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. Friends feel entitled to your time. And no one's entitled to anybody's time. And that's the misconception, is that because you're my friend, I'm entitled to the time that I need from you. But you're not taking into consideration that I have work, I have kids, I have all these different things that I'm dealing with. I can't do that today. And it's okay to tell them, my cup is full today.
Yeah.
I love you, but I don't have it today.
Yeah, I feel like emotional safety should be something that people do know in their 20s. I need to feel like I'm emotionally safe in this friendship.
So I have a question for you. Who do you think that you kept around longer than you should have, like as a friend?
Do you want me to say?
Don't say the name.
Okay.
Just think about the person and tell me why you feel like you kept them around longer than you should have.
I feel like I partied a lot longer than I probably should have. So I did have a lot of party friends. So it's like, oh, I'm going to hang up. Oh, I know I'm going to call this person because I know I'm going to turn up. This is going to be my turn up person. Yeah. And when I shifted out of that turn up person, I no longer needed that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we're going to talk about the shift after 30. First thing is that after 30, friendships require intention. You have to be intentional. You have to literally get on my calendar. If we're gonna hang out,
you ain't happening.
If you're not on the calendar, we're gonna talk about it. But I know that you have to be more intentional. I think that when you're younger, you're so sporadic. You're just like, oh, hey, you want to go here right now? You can get up and go. You don't have any responsibilities. But when you're in your 30s, you need to make plans. You need to be intentional. You need to get on their calendar. And also, I think that being intentional shifts from a person that has kids and a person that doesn't have kids, because a person that doesn't have kids, they have the time, they may have a job, and they may have these different responsibilities, but they don't understand the intentionality. I feel
like relationships too, though.
Yeah,
relationships
don't talk about that.
Take a lot of your time, you know?
Yeah.
But this is now have become my closer friend than my everyday outside friend. Like, we're doing things more than we're doing. Like, me and my friends are doing. So sometimes friends look at that as like, oh, she always with that man. But you have to understand, as we grow, our man and our family becomes more important than our friendships. I still love you, but this is what is important to me, right?
Yeah, I think like kids, marriage, even if you're healing. Like I remember last year that I went through this space where I was healing. And I had went through, my house had burnt down. My kids were living in a hotel. And so I went through this space of healing. And a lot of people kept saying, oh, you're just distant. You're not here. We can't talk to you, or we don't know what's going on in your life. But I feel like I needed that space in order for me to heal. Yeah. And in your 30s, sometimes you need space from those people that you are with every day. And it's not because they did anything wrong. It's just because I'm trying to heal myself. And I can't heal myself if I don't even know what it's going to take to heal me, because I'm always with you, or I'm always being what you need me to be.
Or how can I even handle you when I'm not even healed?
Yeah.
How can I even show up for you as if how I'm supposed to show up for you if I'm in shambles?
Yeah. And Another thing that I think is important is realizing that adults have different love languages. Like, I know that's a test that everybody does. Like, when they're with somebody, they're like, oh, let's take the love languages test.
Yeah.
But also, friends have different love languages. And some friends require you to actually be there. Some friends require different things. And just knowing your friends after 30, becoming intentional and knowing what type of friend that you have, that's important because if you don't be intentional about learning that friend, or if you've been friends for 30 years, and some of my friends I've had 25, 26 years, that we're not the same. So you can't address me the same and you can't treat me the same because we're different. So if you don't grow, then is that friendship really a healthy friendship for you?
I feel like in our 30s we realize that if I don't feel safe with you, I don't feel close with you. Whoa. If I can't lay my everything down and I feel like you're that person for me, then I feel like the friendship, that's when it eventually starts to die down.
Yeah, and I think I went through a situation where I really wanted to be friends with this person because it had been so long. It had been a lot of years. And I had to one day realize I don't feel safe being your friend. I don't feel like it's going to be like I'm dealing with trauma and I'm dealing with these different situations to where I'm always arguing with you. We're always having a disconnect. And that to me is toxic.
Yeah.
And so if I can't feel comfortable with you, if I can't feel safe with you, like I can tell you that you did something that offended me and you can take it without like projecting on me. I think that sometimes people project on you. For example, like if I was to say, hey, you did this to me and I didn't like that. And then now you're upset at me for feeling a way or voicing that way to you, then I don't feel safe to talk to you. Or if you came and corrected me like, you shouldn't be doing that, or like you did this, and as your friend, I'm telling you that's not what you should be doing. If you can't accept criticism or something from your friend without backlashing, or like, is that a safe space? Because your friend should be somebody that can come to you and can talk to you about those things. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I haven't reached that state yet in my life. I'm really a ghost friend person. I literally had a friend that I've had for probably 15, 16 years that I literally just ghosted. Like, no conversation, no nothing. You know where you were wrong at, and that's just that. I have not reached that space to where I feel like now that I have to explain to you what you did wrong, where you made me feel wrong. You know what you did, and that's just that.
But what if they don't know what they did?
You like, know literally. What you did.
How sometimes, I mean, I could play devil's advocate because I do want to give everybody a chance to explain. But sometimes that could be a downfall because when someone has done something to me, I'll go to them and I'll be like, hey, this is what you did, and it made me feel this way, and blase. And I'm giving them like a whole book. And sometimes it's just like, no, that didn't happen. And I'm like,
and that's why I feel like you know what you did to me. You know what you said about me. You know what you did to me. And I just haven't reached that space in my life where I'm like explaining to you. I mean, or maybe I'm past that stage where I'm not going to explain to you. I don't have to be like, oh, you did this to me and you made me feel like this. As my friend, you should know me. You should know where you made me feel wrong at. I don't know.
How could people
I don't know.
Like, people cannot read minds. And I think that's why I always do explain to people what you did to me. You did that to me. And after you explain to them, if they continue to do it or if they keep doing it, like, to assume that somebody knows exactly how they offended you when, like, previously we talked about love languages and people having different love languages. Yeah. People have different understandings. So something that, like, I remember the other day, someone came up to me and I gave her a hug and I was really happy to see her. And she was like, the other day you offended me. And I was like shocked because I don't recall saying anything or doing anything to offend her.
Yeah.
And she said, you made a comment that when I'm stressed out, when I'm doing a big project, I always get stressed out. But I didn't mean it in an offensive way. I meant it like, let me help you now so that later you're not stressed out. But in her mind, she took it as, I was saying that she doesn't get things together, that she doesn't have things together, and that she always is walking around stressed. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, but that's true too. Because sometimes, like, the way you perceive things may not be the way that they perceive things. But I'm just not there yet. I literally thought about reaching out to her and being like, hey, I do want to have a conversation with you. But it's been over a year. And it's like, oh, what's washed under the rug is just washed under the rug. I don't even care to bring it up. But honestly, I did, like, it came to me, like, I'm going to have a conversation with her. Because she was one of my, like, close friends. And I would like to be like, hey, I felt the way. But in that moment, I did not care. I was just like, you know what? I'm ghosting everything that I feel like is not for me.
Yeah. Okay. So, next topic is red flags versus growing pains. So, growing pains is just like having less time, the same love, honest communication, mutual effort. We're all trying. That's growing pains. I think that growing pains happen as you grow older, you get kids, you get with a partner. Those are growing pains. But discussing the difference between red flags. Like for you, what are your red flags?
Red flags?
Yeah, like in a friendship. I say my red flags are like one-sided support. The check-ins, when people expect the check-ins, but the expectations don't follow. So, like, for example, I have this friend, I'm always checking in on her. I'm always making sure she's okay. Going above and beyond for her. But when the shoe is on the other foot, she doesn't do the same thing for me. But if I don't do it for her, then she feels like...
I felt like that with a friend that I've had literally all my life. And it was to a point where I was like, all right, she don't call me, I'm not calling her. Mm-hmm. She don't do that, I'm not doing that. But then I had to think back to when I'm in my moments and I'm like, I don't feel like talking to nobody. It could be her moment. She could be depressed. Yeah. She could be going through a lot with her.
Like, what are they going? It's not about you all the time.
It's not always about how you feel. And to make that a red flag, I can't be like, oh, you're not reaching out to me. Because I don't know what she's really going through, the silent hurts that she's really feeling or whatever the case may be. So I've made it my business, whether she hits me up or not, that I'm always going to go in and I'm always going to check on her.
So, but when does that become a red flag? Like, when does it... If you're always checking in on this person and they don't never take the time to think about you or never take the time to say, hey, how are you?
But it's like, you know, you're like that goes back to us saying, like, I know my friend. You know what I'm saying? And I know who she is on a normal. Yeah. Or I know her personality. I know her love language. I know who she is. So it's like, I feel like it's okay for me to reach out to her and be like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. I want to know, like, what's going on. Yeah. Like, I feel like with us, it's just an annual, like, not annual, but like it's a... Oh, I haven't talked to her in a month or two. Let me call her. Yeah. And I want to know, like, where you're at in life. What's really going on.
So I wouldn't say that would be a red flag. But I do feel like a red flag could be the point of, like, I'm being everything to you.
Yeah, but you're being... Yeah.
But you're not being anything to me. Yeah. I think that could be a red flag.
Yeah, because where's my support when I'm constantly giving support? Of course. And I feel like that goes a lot, too, with friendships and relationships.
I think it goes with friendships, relationships, family. Yeah. And I think that as family, most of the time, your family become your first friends. Your cousins become your first best friends. Your siblings and all of that. But sometimes, like, it can turn from competition over celebration. So if I do this, then you got to do this. Yeah. Or instead of, like, if I'm losing weight. Well, do you see me? I'm losing weight too. Like, it's always a competition. Or if you're doing something great, I can't just celebrate you being great. I got to bring in my own antics that I'm being great too. So sometimes you got to know what's the difference between competition and celebration, because that is actually a red flag and we look past it a lot of times. Yeah. We really don't take the time to realize, like, dang, that was kind of crazy that you just said that to me. So I think that could be a red flag too.
Yeah, I feel like when trying to figure out what our red flags is, we need to figure out, is this friendship changing us or is this friendship draining us? Yes. So we want to change for the better, but we don't want a person around us that's going to constantly just keep draining.
Yeah, because we keep them around and we're draining ourselves.
So that's where it comes into, like, it's okay for us to be friends, I mean, for us to still have that friendship, but I'm just gonna love you from a distance. I'm gonna love you. I love you. I got all the loving you in my heart for you. But we can no longer be everydays. We can no longer be. You can't be my celebration partner. You can't be the person that come to everything that I got going on because there's no support here from both sides.
And I like what you said. Like, you can no longer be the person that comes to everything that I'm doing because sometimes people just come just to see. They don't really come to celebrate you. They come just to see. Like, people come into your stuff to celebrate you like you're having a celebration or whatever, but they always come empty-handed. They always come with nothing. They always come needing something. Like, did you come to celebrate me or did you come to just see what was going on around here? And, like, finally making that identification really has put me in a different space. And a lot of people don't like me right now for that because I'm tired of being the person that brings everyone together. But then when everyone comes together, there's ulterior motives or there's like this secret animosity or there's this. So like I'm finding out that I could love you. Like you said, I could love you from a distance. And I owe you love. I don't owe you access to me. I don't owe you access to everything that I'm doing. I don't owe you access inside of my space. Like I love you with the love of God, but we are just not where we were anymore. And so I think that once you understand loving people from a distance. I love you. Yeah. Over there. Yeah. You got to stay over there where you at.
Because you have to honestly protect your peace. You have to know what brings you peace, and that has to be protected now, especially because you have more to take care of. You have kids, you got a house, you got a job, you got things that are more important than just this friendship. So you have to protect the peace, your peace. And
I learned this year to stop chasing people and just honor the alignment because
we've had that conversation
so many times.
There was literally friends that literally like hurt you, and I had to be like,
that'd be pissing you off.
Yeah, that just has to be the season. Like, it's okay to say that she was your friend. She was that good friend to me. Yeah, she was this to me, and it's okay to be like, okay, that's not anymore.
Yeah, I feel like
you've honestly. This year, you've like coming towards the end of this year, you've honestly like accepted that. Like, it's okay. Like, I loved her, and that's okay. Like, I'm here where I am, doing what I'm doing with the people who actually love and the people who actually support me. And I feel like in the beginning of this year, you were a lot traumatized by, that not happening for you or the friends that you have lost or the people that have changed on you. But coming towards the end of this year, like looking at you, I realized that you have come to terms
like created a safe space
and friends that actually do care, like friends that you actually just met or friends that you know for a short period of time that are more supportive than these friends that you've had your entire life.
Yeah, and I think that for me, I've had to because I value friendships so much and because I care so much about these relationships, I do stay longer than I should. And I do allow more than what I should. Like, I literally had a friend and she was my close friend. So I would allow things that I probably shouldn't have. Like, and y'all gonna probably think I'm crazy when y'all hear this on the internet, but like my friend, at the time, my friend literally like swung on me, like hit me.
I never knew that story until late because I probably would have been like,
yeah, and she hit me. And I made excuses for it. Like, oh, she was this, or she was going through a lot, or she was having a tough time. And I think that I've always made excuses for people to treat me bad, especially friendships that I care about or friendships that I value. And so I love the place that I'm at now because even though everybody is mad at me or feeling some type of way because I've created this safe distance, I don't hate anybody. I love everybody. But there's a safe distance that you have to create in order to really align with who you're going to be. And in this past, I wouldn't even say year, 6 months, I've developed relationships with friends that I would have never imagined that I would, have in my life because these are my set friends. These are the friends that I grew up. These are my 25 plus friends. And these are my friends that are going to be here for life. But now I have friends that I've only known for 2 years, a year, whatever, that are showing up harder than these 25 plus friends. Like these friends are like really showing me what a friendship should be, but we don't learn those things in our 20s. So we think it looks like dealing with these toxic friendships we don't have to deal with.
Because they're there, though. But just because they're there does not make them your friend. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're having a party at your house and everybody shows up does not make that your friend. Like, you have to know, like, the people that are there for you, like, when you're down and out, the people that are there for you that you know that you can honestly lean on are your friends. Like, those are the people that need to be in your corner. Those are the people that need to be the people that you do your celebrations with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to, be there or show up. And it's okay to love people, honestly, just from a distance. Yeah. Like, and you're not my friend anymore. You're not my friend. We're not beefing. Yeah. If the beef comes, the beef is from you, because I could create space without creating beef. I think that's a mature trait to have. That's to create the space. Yeah. And we still good. That's like maintaining healthy friendships. Like, honest communication without attacking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be like, hey, girl. Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah. Everything ain't triggered. Everything ain't that. Like, you gotta go off. Yeah. I'm learning that because a lot of times I wait until I'm so angry to talk. And then it's like it don't come out the way that it's supposed to be. So I need to honestly step back and be like, hey, instead of like cutting a friend off, learning how to communicate with that friend and, just healthy instead of being like, I'm done with you. You know and I think like learning capacity and also like being real about that capacity. Like, I love you, but this is heavy right now. This is too heavy for me to deal with right now. Thank you for expressing how you feel about this, but I'm going to need some time to process this, or I'm going to need some time to figure out, what my next step is, and just understanding that it's okay to not have the time to be there for somebody else. Oh, no, I couldn't show up to your birthday dinner because I have $5. And that's okay to not be able to show up to my birthday dinner because you have $5. But just saying that and be honest about that. And I think that's a lot of times the issues that happen. Like, I'm over here mad because you didn't come to my birthday, but you didn't come to my birthday because you only have $5. But instead of telling me you only have $5, you just didn't show up. You ghosted me, or you didn't say nothing, or you said you was coming but didn't just show up. You know what I'm saying? So I think like having that communication, and it's your friend. You should be able to trust your friend. You should be able to talk to your friend and tell them like an honest conclusion or whatever. Yeah, I feel like checking on your strong friends is an important part of maintaining a healthy relationship, because even with you, with the past friendships that you have literally lost, I had to explain to you, like, girl, you wear your problems so well that nobody would even me with you every single day. I had to realize, like, she probably, you had this, that, and that going on, but you wear it so well that people don't tend to check on you. People don't seem like, oh, she's in Costa Rica right now. She good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we don't think to be like, oh, let me call Kendra and be like, hey, girl, let me just check on you and see if you're okay today, because you wear your problems so well. Yeah. So I think that with maintaining a healthy friendship is that you do have to just anyway check on your strong friends. I think I would say that because, and I don't think people know that. I think people just take the outlook of what they see. Oh, she's doing all right. Oh, that's our strongest friend. She's going to be okay. But going through like everything I went through in this past year and a half, I found that, so my house burned down in March. Literally, I had a friend like 2 months later saying, oh, I went through this and I told you I was going through a hard time and you weren't there for me. And when I look back at it, I'm like, my house had just burned down. I was still living in a hotel. Yeah. How could I check on you? And I can't even check on myself. Like I would say all the time when I look back at it, that my capacity, couldn't take anything else in my brain. Like my brain was completely full. So if you told me something right now and I went outside to the car, it didn't make it to my brain because my brain was so full. Yeah. So just knowing that I had experienced something so traumatic and I still felt bad for not being there for my friends that needed me at this time. Or I still felt bad that I couldn't be everything for everybody, because that's actually like a red flag for myself that I need to fix, that I've recognized, and that I know that I need to work on being everything for myself before I'm everything to somebody else. Yeah. And so that's what I knew that I had to take the time to really try to understand, is how can I be here for myself and not feel bad about it and feel okay with saying no. Like, I had a problem with saying no to people. Like, oh, it's 10 o'clock at night and you need help with this. Okay, yeah, I'll help you. Yeah. Just because I don't want them to be mad at me, or I don't want them to say no. But that's also something that's not healthy. That's not a healthy relationship. I feel like we do that because we want to show people how we want to be treated.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we are who we are. We can't even expect that from the next person. We can't even expect that that's going to happen. Like, we will get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and go take our friend to work because she needed to be at work. But a friend of mine had to literally tell me, you can't expect you from other people. Yeah. The person that you are does not mean that person, somebody else is going to be that to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's our problem. We expect it. And another thing that I thought of when we were talking about this episode is that consistency that fits the season. Like, whatever season you're in that friendship, it ain't going to look the same. Yeah. And for us to make it through this, we have to understand that maybe this season of our friendship, I'm calling you every day. I'm checking you every day. Yeah. But maybe next season, I'm not. But just holding on to that, knowing that, that we're still good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's next? So, healing while holding friendships. I think what people talk about a lot or don't talk about enough really is that therapy works. Mm-hmm. And sometimes just having girl talk, I feel like this is a form of therapy, like just talking and healing and being able to express these things that you deal with, not just in a friendship realm, but just in life in general. I think that that's important in unlearning survival mode, because you're not in survival mode if I'm your friend. Right. If I'm here for you, you don't have to act like you're on the defense every time I say something to you. Exactly. You don't always have to be in survival mode. I love you. I care about you. And I want to be here for you. You know what I'm saying?
And once you go through that, like, the healed you might not fit in that room anymore.
Mm-hmm. The healed you might need to find a whole new circle of friends. And really, you don't have to find them because they'll come to you. Yeah. And just understanding, like, I love you. I'm going to always love you. But this cycle is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Or this space that I'm in is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. And I need to kind of just move on to a different place.
So I feel like in this season of our life, like, friendship is supposed to feel safe. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to feel like what I'm giving, you're giving.
It's reciprocity. Come on now. Like, let's meet each other where we are. Let's be together on this and hold room for accountability. Let's be accountable. If you do something, I talk to you about that. If I do something, you talk to me about that. Let's just be real with one another. You know what I'm saying? And have enough space for growth without feeling guilty. Don't make me feel guilty because I didn't have time.
Or because I'm not outside turning up and y'all are.
Don't make me feel guilty.
Don't make me feel like I'm bad because I don't want to sit up here and drink, or I don't want to sit up in here and shake my ass or whatever. I love you still. Shake your butt. Yeah. That's on you.
But I feel like it's even deeper than that. Like, I feel like some people make you feel guilty for not being there in the time that they needed you most, when you also need that time to be there for yourself most. Yeah. Like, I literally for a period of time felt guilty for not being there for my friend when I was dealing with a traumatic thing. Like, I felt bad. And people make you feel bad. They make you feel guilty. Oh, you wasn't there for me. You didn't show up at this point in time. They'll forget about the 99 times that you did show up. What is that song Beyonce said? The first time I say no, it's like I never said yes. Like, that's really how I was feeling. Like, for real. Come on now, I'm here for you every single time you call me.
I'm literally drowning.
And even if I'm not telling you I'm drowning, if I'm always there for you and you see that I'm not here for you, why don't you check on me? Because I'm not okay. Yeah, I'm not doing good. Yeah. So, as we wrap up the first episode, all right, we are going to just tell you, you are not crazy. You are growing. Mm-hmm. So, it's normal to lose your friends in your 30s. I remember I say you're not crazy, you're growing, because I thought I was going crazy. I was like, am I a bad friend? I was literally asking her, like, am I a bad friend? Was that wrong? What I said to her, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she's like, girl.
It ain't even that much. You don't even got to explain that thing. Yeah. But it's also normal to feel lonely in that process. Like, shut everybody out. Get into it with yourself. Get into it with your feelings and feel how you feel until you come out of that.
And it's okay to find your tribe at any age. I feel like I've had these friends that I held in this high space because I value friendship so much. I held them up so high and went through something so traumatic that everything just started to just fall apart. But in that season, I found my tribe, and it was people that I would have never imagined. It was people that I wouldn't have thought would have, just showed up in the capacity that they did. Like, just meeting them in different walks of life. But right now, I have like a really solid group of friends, and we're building a friendship, and we're getting to know each other, and we're loving each other right where we are.
Yeah.
So I think that it's okay to start over. It's okay to make new friends. And it's like, don't be that person that be like, I don't have no friends. I don't like people. I don't like people. They this, they're that. Like,
girl. I hate that girl, literally. Like, I don't like people. Like, how do you not like people?
Yeah, and you're a people.
Like, I want to love people, but right now I'm closing myself out to get me
find myself.
Together.
That's okay.
So I can find the people that I need in my circle.
So this week, we want you to do the friendship audit. Who pours into you?
Who drains you?
Who do you miss?
Who am I forcing?
Who feels like home?
And who have I outgrown?
And really take the time to sit and think about those questions and really just make the best decision for yourself and the best move for yourself and survive friendship after your 30s. Because we just gave you all the blueprint, all the bullet points. And we hope you tune in to our next episode. Our next episode is going to be all about soft girl era, but make it grown and real tired because we tired.
Sick of it.
We're tired of doing all of this hard work. I mean, it's not that we're lazy. We're just tired. So tune into our next episode, Girlfriends Unscripted.
See you
That's
later,
the wrap,
girlfriends.
We keep it real, we keep it true. Even when I don't agree with everything you do. Every moment lifted high. You know, just two queens talking live. I know that I can call on you. When I have no one else, you always